Hey everyone. This is the first time I use Zoom and Facebook Live. So I'm just making sure that I can see everyone and everyone can see this. Just comment down below if you can see the PowerPoint presentation. So let me close this window out. Okay. So I just want to make sure everyone can see the presentation. So just let me know in the comments. I'm just going to grab a couple things because we're still early. So just let me know in the comments if you can see it. And then I'm just going to go grab something. Okay, looks like you guys can see me and hear me. This is so weird because I have like no idea what I'm looking like when I'm presenting this. I'm just trying to look at it on my Kindle right now. It's like I'm talking into the void or something. But yeah, all right, guys. So we have what, 2 minutes till we get started. If you guys want to comment down below and tell me why you're here, that would be awesome. We'll do like a little introduction thing. Okay, good. Okay, so see Emily's here, Jen's here, everyone's here. This is like so weird though that I can't see you guys at all unless I refresh my Facebook. All right, but this will do, guys. We're gonna do this thing, all right? All right, so everyone's here. As you're joining the presentation, come on in and let me know what's your business, why you are here. Make sure you have somewhere to take notes. I did just upload the Microsoft Word document into the Facebook group. So if you want to grab that, I made it so you guys can actually edit it, not a PDF, because then you can't edit it. So I made it so you can edit the document in Microsoft Word if you have it on there. Or make sure you have some place to take notes because I will be asking you a lot of questions. There will be a small Q&A at the end. I'm going to do a bigger Q&A like a couple days after you guys have seen this presentation. And I'll do that. Maybe I'm going to come up with like do another poll and see what works for you guys. Maybe it'll be next week. Maybe it'll be Friday. We'll just leave it open-ended. So go ahead and introduce yourself in the comments. Tell me what's your business, why you are here. I know I have a couple people here. I'm excited. Oh wait, maybe I can see. No, I can't see you guys. Okay. All right, everyone, comment down below. What's your business? All right. So see, Emily, commercial photographer, works with small businesses. I just quit my job. Congrats, Emily. So I need more clients. Yeah, of course. I'm a wedding photographer. I'm here because I want to work on money mindset. Ooh, you are my type of girl. All right, awesome. And Jen's here. She's a wedding photographer, primarily as well as families looking to grow her business. Christine's here, a wedding calligrapher who I just got off a client call with, and she's going to kick some ass. That's right. Oh, guys, P.S. I do swear I have it on the presentation. I do swear. So please wear headphones if you have little ones at home. because I do swear. So wear headphones if you have little ones. I'm going to be swearing just as I please. Do whatever you have to do if you don't want anybody to hear me swearing. All right, let's see. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. All right, guys, is it time? Oh, 2:01. All right, I'll give a little bit more time. If you guys just want to get your headphones ready, get, a pad or a pen and paper, that would be awesome. Okay. I'm gonna wait just a couple more minutes, get some more people on, and I can't wait to chat with you guys. Can you guys still see me? You must see that I'm looking at my Kindle, right? Can you guys see me? This is so weird. I have never used Zoom and Facebook Live before. Oh, you can probably see like a corner of my head. I don't even know like how I can see my, oh wait, there. Now I can see myself, so now I can see you guys. Cool. All right, everyone. You know what, let's get started. It's 2:02. There's just a lot of fluff in the beginning. I'm gonna introduce myself, and some of you guys already know me. So let's just get started with it. All right, so let's talk about the 5 steps we're gonna do. All right, we are going to first set some goals because we can't go anywhere if we don't actually have a specific goal set, right? 2, we're gonna work on your mindset. 3, we're gonna do some more mindset work. So if you're here for some mindset work, you're gonna love it. Now, for some of you that don't know anything about what mindset is or like how it works, it really is life-changing. I'll tell you guys, in the beginning when I was starting this business, and even when I had my floral design business, I really avoided any mindset work, thinking that it wouldn't translate into money, but doing mindset work, then taking action is what actually translates into making a shit ton of money, all right? Then we're gonna talk about the dirty V word. And then step 5, we're gonna talk about the bonus to all these steps, which is hustle flow, all right? Okay, now, who am I? Who cares? You guys probably care a little bit. If I'm gonna sit here and tell you how to get a client in 24 hours, you guys have to care at least a little bit, right? All right, so my name is Shannon. I was working a 9-to-5 in New York City when I started my first Etsy shop. I grew that Etsy shop into a fresh floral design business. I started doing weddings locally, just weddings. The first year I went totally full-time with the floral design business was a hot mess. It was like a disaster. I was so fearful. I was so doubtful of my success. I was really terrified. I was looking at getting another job like every other week. And I was just really in a state of probably like a lot of fear and anxiety around whether I could be successful and doubting my success a lot. So after that first year, I kind of caved in a couple months later and said, I really need a coach. And that led me in my second year in business to investing myself, investing with that coach, going on to invest in another coach. I continuously invest in coaching now. Which led me to raising my prices to $2,000 minimums for wedding floral design packages, saying this is what I want, these are the only people I'm accepting, and this is what I'm gonna get. After that, I booked my first $10,000 wedding my second year in business after I worked with 2 of those coaches. After I stood my ground with $2,000, I had a team of 2 assistants, a delivery driver. I was like on fire, okay, guys? But my heart was not in the flowers. It was not there. Like, I was just not excited about flowers. I love the business part of it. When it came to designing, I had this one assistant who started off as my intern and then grew to be my assistant, and she loved flowers. Like, I could see the passion within her, and she loved designing flowers, and I just loved to give that work to her because I knew how to sell packages. I knew how to stand my ground with my pricing. I knew how to do marketing. But I hated designing flowers. So here I come in my second year in business. I'm closing it down. I'm looking to like triple my revenue. And then I decided to sell the business. So I sold it after 2 years of growing it, which is crazy. I sold it for 15 times my investment. It was a big fat check and I was really, really excited. And then I started Shannon DePalma coaching. I kind of started a little bit before I sold the floral design business, but then I went full balls to the wall with it. Like, I sold the flower business, said, this is it. This is the only thing I'm doing for the rest of my life. And I am going to commit to this business. So now I coach wedding professionals and creative female entrepreneurs all around empowering themselves around money. And I do mindset and marketing also in there too. All right. So guys, let's talk about you. Let's get right into it. Let's plan a destination. I don't want you to come to this webinar, to come to this training and just kind of leave and be like, oh, I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do. Like, no, we're going to actually create where you're going to go. All right. So tell me right now, everyone tell me in the comments, or if you want to write it in your book, the little Microsoft Word document I put in the Facebook group, tell me, what do you want? This reminds me of like the Ryan Gosling scene and like, what's that? The Notebook. He's like, what do you want? What do you want? That's what I feel like with most of my clients. So tell me, what do you want? And tell me by when you want it. Simple as that, guys. All right. This thing that you're going to declare here and today, this thing right now is more than a goal. This thing is more than a wish. This thing is the thing that you are going to get no matter what. And you have to have that mentality. This thing I am going to get no matter what. All right. A non-negotiable decision, a decision, it is yours. You can have it, just claim it, right? So this is what you are going to get no matter what. Tell me what it is in the comments. I'm going to refresh my little screen over here and see what you guys are saying. Write it down in the comments. This is weird. I really wish I could like see you guys on screen somehow, but I can't see you guys. I can only see you on my Kindle over here that I'm checking. So tell me what you want, no matter what. If you guys are just joining the live, you've joined the perfect time. If you have not grabbed the booklet I put in the Facebook group, I put a Microsoft Word booklet. So go ahead and grab that booklet in the group and get to work. I do swear, if you're just joining the webinar, I do swear. So wear headphones or whatever if you don't want someone to hear, whatever like that. I do swear, okay? So everyone right now is typing in on the comments, what do you want? When do you want to buy? Okay, good. Now I'm starting to see some. It feels so vulnerable to say, what do you want? Christine went right for it. I want $8,500 in the next 2 months. So Jen, give me more specific things. How many brides do you want to book? By when do you want to book them? This is the thing. Like, here's the key to getting what you want. Be really specific what you want and when you want it. When we just kind of make these really vague declarations, we can never actually get what we want because it's just kind of floating out there. But to put an end date on it, to put a specific number on it, will give us a laser focus of what we want and where and like what steps we need to take in order to get that goal. That's the most important part. All right, guys, so I think everyone has kind of gotten that for the most part. Okay, Emily Anderson says 4 high dollar clients a month, every month. All right, awesome, Emily. Okay, so now we have our goal. We have our destination. Again, a goal without a plan is just a wish. It's like a famous quote. Someone famous said it. All right, now what we're going to do with those goals that you made, I want you to make sure those goals, those specific goals by that specific date in front of your face. And I want to see those goals. I mean, I want you to see those goals every time you wake up, every time you go to sleep, wherever you are throughout your day, wherever you spend the most amount of your time, take a whole bunch of sticky notes and put them where they are. They are on my mirror in my bedroom. So every single day when I'm getting ready, I have mantras and my goals right there. Every single day, I know exactly where I'm going and what I'm supposed to be doing. So then when I also go to sleep at night, when I'm taking all my makeup off, I'm looking at those goals and just kind of reiterating them in my head, over and over and over again. So I want you to put them where you see them every single day, okay? And just keep plowing them into your head that that's what you want. Now, lots of people set goals to get more clients, make more money, and then what happens, right? Most of us, all of our goals that we set today were to make more money or get clients. And then what happens is that there's a lot of stuff in between that happens between today and hitting that goal, right? This is typically what will happen to people. You have this momentum, you go hard, you hustle for like a week, and then you slip back into your old ways. Then you slip back into doing things the way that they were before, right? So this is where some of the deeper mindset work starts to come in. Let's step into the person that you want to be. That person is probably a lot different than the person you are right now. A lot of stuff is different about that person, right? Because if you were that person already that made the, like Christine said, 8,500, that booked those four high-end clients, that booked those brides at your new prices, you would be already hitting that goal, right? But because something is different about us today than that person, we have to start thinking like how that person thinks, because that person has the answers, right? So now the person you are today has to change in order to get to that person. We need to change your thoughts, your habits, and your actions. Who here agrees with me that these are three big things we need to change in order for you to become that person that hits that goal? Who agrees with me? Type yes in the comments below if you agree with me. This is a really, really, really big lesson I want everybody to learn. Okay, Jen gave me a really specific number. Thank you, Jen. Okay, all right, good. Thanks, guys. Okay, so we all agree. Yep. All right, now tell me, what beliefs does that person have? What beliefs does the person have who has already hit those goals? What do they believe about themselves, about their business, about their life, about their future? Go ahead and write some things that you think that person believes about themselves, about their life, about their business, about the future of their business, about being successful. What do they believe? And they probably believe different things than you do today, right? So go ahead and write those down in the comments too. Most people, when they answer this one for me, tell me they believe that success is possible. They believe that making money is easy. They believe that people will pay their prices. They believe that they can quit their job. They believe that they can be full-time with this. They believe they can be successful. They believe they can provide more money for their family, anything like that. Go ahead and write some of those in the comments below. Christine says that videos aren't so scary. That's good, Christine. Good, yeah, she probably believes that. The videos aren't so scary. Anybody else? Anything else? All right. So now I want you to think about, are your daily actions, thoughts, and habits that you have right now in line with that person? So if you believe, like Christine said, videos aren't scary, if you believe that you can, quit your full-time job, if you believe that you can make your business successful, if you believe that making money is easy, if you believe all those things, right? Then your actions, your thoughts, and your habits probably look entirely different too, right? Now let's talk more about that. Okay, Jen says that they are successful and will continue to be. That's a great belief to have. Emily says self-care is okay. Having confidence in themselves, being able to speak up and pitch themselves to others. Ooh, that's a good one. Yes, yes, I totally think that she probably believes that too, Emily. All right, so now let's talk about that even deeper. What habits does that person who has those beliefs that videos aren't scary, that self-care is okay, that they have confidence in themselves, that they should speak and pitch up to speak up and pitch to more people, what habits does that person have? What kind of habits? So she's thinking these things, she's believing these things, she's made the amount of money you want to make, she's booked the amount of clients you want to book. What habits does that person have? What are their daily actions? And you can include more than just in your business daily actions. You can include what their entire life looks like. You know, are their actions when they get up in the morning, are their actions different than the actions you're taking right now? Are their actions different? Are they exercising? Are they taking time for themselves, like Emily said? What are their actions saying now that they believe these things about themselves? It's probably totally different. So go ahead and write some of those things down that they do. Typically, when I ask my clients this, habits that they tend to say are that this person at that level gets up earlier, they exercise, they drink, you know, they have a good breakfast in the morning, maybe they drink like a protein shake. Their actions are just totally different. They maybe like meal prep, like someone said one time, they meal prep or they do yoga at night. And she does totally different things. It seems that she's posting daily, often, and everywhere. Yep, I agree with that. Totally agree with that. Anybody else? What other actions does this person take? All right. So I think you guys can see where I'm going with this, but still tell me, what actions does this person take? What actions do they take in their life and then in their business? What actions are they taking in their business? Getting up at the same time every morning, doing yoga. Good, Jen. Jen, tell me some ones for your business. Like what actions does she take for her business too? Everyone always says like the eating right and exercising thing. That's awesome. Okay. Ooh, that's a good one, Emily. Cuts out and minimizes time with toxic and negative people. That's a good one. That's a deep one. All right, good guys. So yes, so all of these things are things that this person does, right? Now, those things that that person does, those things they believe, those habits they have, those actions that they take in their business, do they scare the crap out of you? Good. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure everyone's saying yes. Yes. Christine said she posts consistently and everywhere. So I'm sure that really scares Christine. And I'm sure getting up early and doing yoga probably really like scares or annoys Jen too. And Emily cutting out toxic people. That one's probably really scary to do, an action that's really scary to do. But that's perfect. I want it to scare you. Okay. And also, when we talk about what that person does in their business, okay, she probably mentions, because I have a lot of women on this one, she probably mentions something along the lines of putting herself out there more, right? Something along the lines of getting in front of more people. Something along the lines of doing stuff that really scares you, right? So you're going to love what I'm going to talk about next then. If you know you should be getting your business in front of more people, if you know you should be acting differently in your business, then you're going to love the next thing I talk about. So let's talk about this. How many of you are consistent online? How many of you are pitching to one person a day? Go ahead and write in the comments below. And even if you're watching the replay, go ahead and still comment below. I'll be commenting back to everyone. Submits her work to be published. Thanks, Jen. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. Good. Okay, good. Nope, nope. And Emily wishes. Oh, yeah. You guys are perfect then. You guys are perfect for this presentation, all right? I'm sure Jen feels the same way too, but you guys are perfect for this presentation then, all right? Because most of us online in our businesses, not hitting the goals, not hitting the money we want to make, are not consistent online right now. We're not showing up. We're hardly pitching. And maybe when we do show up, we don't even know what to say, right? So when we talk about the dirty V word, which is not vagina, when we talk about the dirty V word, we're talking about showing up consistently until people want you to shut up. Okay, until people say, take my money, shut up, all right? That type of visibility. And it's probably the #1 thing that you are avoiding right now in your business to get clients, because it is extremely uncomfortable, because it is putting a piece of you out to the world to judge and criticize, because it is saying, do you like me? Do you like my products? So what stops you? Probably those couple things that I just said, but what has stopped you from showing up online or showing up online consistently? Let's talk about that. Go ahead and comment down below. Just reading everyone's comments. Jen says she's not. This is great. This is good then. You guys are gonna love this. You guys are gonna love this. This is some scary stuff, guys. Okay, Jen doesn't want to be annoying, and she's afraid of running out of content. Yep, this is like the top, like I think the top 3 are you don't want to come off as salesy or desperate. You feel like you don't know what to talk about. And I forget what the third one is, but I think that's the top 2. There's another one. You like, some people just don't like to, like, it's like the vulnerability part of it, like putting yourself out there a little bit is what most people don't like. All right. Yeah, but this is what most people are afraid of going through when you are trying to be visible and when you are trying to sell your products and when you are trying to sell packages, right? But showing up online, even in places that you think your bride isn't going to be, will get you traffic and it will get you known. Okay, so think about this example. For example, posting 3 times weekly in your local Rising Tide Facebook group will get you locally known for referrals. I can tell you from personal experience of being in my local Rising Tide Facebook group, I know exactly who the photographers are, where they live, but I don't know all of them. I only know the people who show up in the group. I know there's one floral designer in there. I know her name and I know what type of style she does because she's showing up all the time in that group. There's 2 other photographers that I know because they're always showing up in that group. And I know their names and I know where they are. So if someone comes to me and says, hey, Shannon, I'm getting married in North Jersey. I need a photographer or a floral designer. Who do you think I'm going to say? Who do you think is going to pop up in my head because they've just shown up in front of me so much, right? So think about that for a second, guys. Think about if you showed up in the Rising Tide Facebook group that is now probably almost up to 70,000 people. That is a major, huge platform that people back in the 50s and the 60s when they were doing radio and TV ads would have died to get in front of almost 70,000 people with one single post with a couple words and a picture. Like, people would have died for that much exposure, right? And here we have it at our fingertips for free. We can even stay at home and still show up in front of people. And think about the connections that can be made in a group like that. So it's not just about, will you buy this? Will you buy this? Will you buy this? It's about connecting with other people who are in the same industry as you, who want to succeed just like you do, and just making those connections with those people. So this is where you should be showing up consistently. You should definitely be showing up in Facebook groups consistently, and you should definitely be showing up on your social media accounts, especially because those people have raised their hands and said, hey, I want to hear from you. I want to hear more about your products. And then you're denying them information. Like, why would you do that? They're there saying, hey, you know, I'd love to hear more from you. And then you're not even showing up for them, right? Think about the girl, the Beachbody coach. Think about, we all have someone we know, or probably a couple people who are selling Beachbody, LuLaRoe, all those LMM companies, right? And think about how much they show up in your feed, right? And I know I can list those girls' names off the top of my head of who sells LuLaRoe, who sells Beachbody, who's selling essential oils or whatever, because they just show up every single day. And they have the balls and the audacity, and they are just kind of going for it, that they want to make this thing successful. So they just show up and they show up and they show up, and maybe they're annoying, but guess who's making more money? Probably those girls, because they have done the work and they show up because they want this thing to succeed so badly, right? I'm just going to check the comments right now. Let me see what you guys are saying all about the showing up online. Do you guys have a question about showing up online? Post it down below. Okay. Unless does it feel like isn't big enough, or to be posting consistently, feeling burnt out, and not having a good return on what I was putting out there. Okay, so Christine talked about not making a good return if you're putting yourself out there. How much are you spending on social media? How much are social media accounts free right now? Are they entirely 110% free? Yes. Is what you're doing right now making you more money in your business? No, then you need to change something. That's about like as simple as it can get, guys. If what I'm doing right now, not showing up online, isn't making me money, then something has to change. And we have just platforms and thousands of people at our fingertips with stuff we can share with them, with knowledge that we have. And it's just a matter of just putting it out there, but not just once, not just twice, not just when you feel like it, consistently every day, showing up, showing value, sharing your work, talking about things that you know about, talking about whatever you want to talk about without the worry of being judged. People admire that. They admire someone who just comes and shows up every single day, and they will remember you for that. All right, does anybody else have any more questions about showing up online? Let's see what else. Okay. Thanks, Jen. It does. I love the points you're making. It takes bravery and confidence to be successful. I think that this is like a point I was going to get to a little bit later, but I just did a blog post. I wrote a blog post yesterday about how you can't be a six-figure entrepreneur with a part-time work ethic. And you can't be a six-figure entrepreneur with a $30,000 mindset. And you can't be a six-figure entrepreneur if you're half-assing it, right? Like the people who have come and they have been six figures and millionaires and billionaires of the world, they have put in the work. Like they put in the work of putting themselves out there over and over and over again. Even if they had their first business that failed, those people just got right back up again. And then they just showed up again and they built another business and came right back up again. Like, I mean, it's like, if you look at everyone in the world who has succeeded, they've always done some mindset work. I always see everyone doing some mindset work and then basically just showing up consistently. If this business was easy, if this was, no one would have a 9 to 5. Everyone would be doing this. The easy thing is the 9 to 5, guys, all right? So here's the thing. Once we accept that, man, it's going to take some work, it's going to take some balls, it's going to take some courage, but I'm going to do this because I really want this business to succeed. That is the turning point for you. All right, that's when things start to shift. I'll get more into that later at the end of the presentation. I'm going to talk more about this later, all right? Okay, So here we go. The number one question, what do I post? I have no idea what to post, Shannon. I have nothing to post. I have nothing to say, which I believe is total bullshit. I think you guys probably have a lot to say. How the fuck can I stand up here and talk for 60 minutes? Right? I mean, think about that for a second. You guys are worried about putting out a post. I had to come up with 60 minutes of words to say. And I can talk longer than that, right? Like if you guys are in my group, you know I do Facebook Lives. I'm doing 10 daily Facebook Lives. I talk for 20 minutes. Anybody can talk about anything. You guys know information that people want to know, all right? But let me give you some guidance. Here's some things just to stir some things up, all right? These are things you can start posting and showing up online today, right now with. All right, so one is a celebration post that's sharing your work. Two, an educational post, educating people on the stuff you have, on photography, on what they're supposed to wear, on, you know, like what invitations they're supposed to use, on what type of colors will go with what venue, what type of colors for what season. There's so much stuff you guys know. An inspirational post talking about why you started this business, who you were inspired by, why you were inspired to start a business, how you overcame something and started this business. Number four, why you started your business, kind of overlapping with that one. Five, tell a funny story about a time you messed up a wedding and you learned from that experience. Share it with another group of creatives. Six, this for that, something as simple as that. Share an image of a photo you're looking at and you're like, do you like this one or that one? Do you like this dress or that dress? Do you like this color or that color? Something as stupid as that, all right? Sorry guys, 1 second. Get it back. Oh, is that all I have for that one? I have one that's a little bit longer. All right, yeah, so I guess I'm only doing those ones. All right, but I have one that's a little bit longer. I have one that's, I think I have 5 more ways, 5 more things you can post. I should post that in the group. Anyways, there was 5 things you can share. You can even turn each one of those things into like multiple Facebook posts, all right? But here's just what I'm hammering about. It's not about the post you need to write and this or that. The point is just getting known, just making connections, standing out against the competition, because we know there's lots of photographers, there's lots of graphic designers, there's lots of calligraphers. So it's just making yourself stand out and be different and make yourself known. I am this type of photographer. I love this type of work, and this is where I live. Like, it's just as easy as that. You just show up as yourself, as you are, and you connect. That's it. I'm just here to connect. I'm just here to make some connections. I'm just here to share my story. I'm just here to share bits about my business. I'm just here to connect. I'm just showing up because Shannon told me to show up today, right? All right. But being visible means each post gets you closer to being known for your thing and getting traffic. So again, like I was saying, I'm this type of photographer for these types of people. I'm this type of designer for these types of people, and just kind of showing up and in some way always making your thing very clear about who you are and what you came to do. All right. How many of you know someone? How many of you can name one person just because they show up in groups or they show up in their own group over and over again? Put their name in the comments below. I want to check them out. I'm just going to check out some of your answers here. Keep typing in the comments. I'm still here. All right. Get real fired up. Okay. All right, so Emily wants to know, how often do you post online per platform? Facebook 1 to 2 times a day, Instagram 1 to 2 times a day. And that's probably, as a photographer, the only 2 real places you need to be focusing if you're just working on consistently showing up. Just do Facebook and Instagram 1 to 2 times a day on your own social. When I say that, I'm saying on your own social media accounts. If you're connecting in other groups and other Facebook groups, pick out 3 Facebook groups that you want to show up in and post to those. Probably, like, I mean, some people say once daily, show up in those 3 groups, but you could even do, it depends upon the size of the group. If the size of the group is really big, you want to post in there probably daily so you can start to be seen. The group is kind of small, under like 500, then you can probably do a post like 1 to 2 times a week. Okay. All right, so Jen wants me to post those things later. Right, awesome. Okay, all right, guys. So yeah, so write down below somebody that they know of. You don't have to post their name. You can post like what you know them for and who they are, and you just know them because they're just like always in your Facebook feed. They're just always showing up and they're always there, and you know them for this thing or that thing, or you know that they do this. All right. So guys, this is what we're going to do today. We are going to declare what Facebook group we're going to show up in and what we're going to post. Okay. With something as simple as that. We're just going to take one step today towards our visibility, increasing our visibility. And that includes today declaring, I'm going to show up in this Facebook group and I'm going to do this type of post, and write it down below. Okay. Very good. So everyone write down in the comments where you're going to show up and what you're going to post. I'm going to get into the second half of what I call, the last, sorry, it's like the last of it, called hustle flow. But this one is, if you guys thought posting online was scary, this is going to make you shit your pants. No, but seriously. But this is how, guys, hustle flow, this next lesson coming up, is what got that girl who followed this presentation the last time, made her $1,000 in 24 hours because she just went for it. She didn't care. She just put herself out there. She went for it. She did some of these things I'm going to talk about. And she made $1,000 in 24 hours because she just kind of like, leveled up, stepped up to the plate kind of thing, right? Okay. I'm just going to see if you guys, I'm checking to see if you guys wrote any more comments, and then I'll get right into hustle flow. All right, good. So Jen says she's going to do that. Okay, so hustle flow is what I like to call, it's like these, you can't continue to do these things over and over again, but you can do these things if you are ready to get like if you need a client. It's like coming to like the last 2 weeks of the month and you're like, I just need a client, Shannon, I don't know what to do. You can do these things that I'm going to talk you through. All right. But these are not things that you should ever do as a long-term marketing strategy. You should always have a long-term marketing strategy in place. Hustle flow is kind of like just a quick kind of client thing. And they are ballsy and they are scary, but they will make you $1,000 in 24 hours if you do all these things I'm talking about. All right. So first, what we're going to do is we're going to actually get connected to your motivation, because for some reason you keep thinking you've got all the time in the world to make this business successful. And you really fucking don't. Like, you have probably a certain amount of time, right? And you're just kind of playing around, dicking around, thinking like, well, I got all the time in the world to make this business successful. But no, you don't, right? You probably have a certain amount of time. You probably have, you have to, I'm sure all of us are working towards goals and things like that, whatever. I only have a certain amount of time. My eggs are starting to tick. And me and my husband need 2 homes, not just one, we need 2. So we are starting to hustle flow, all right? So we are starting to get connected to our hustle so we can get those things that we want because my eggs are ticking. All right, so who wants to get a new client this month? But who really, really wants it, guys? I'm calling out the people who really will do anything, put their pride aside, put all their bullshit aside to get a client, to make $1,000 in 24 hours. I'm challenging you right now to do that, all right? So repeat after me. I'm going to get a new client this month. I won't sabotage my success, and I will do what I have to do to make my business fucking awesome. Even if I feel like I want to puke, even when I feel like I don't want to do it. Okay? Repeat that after me, and let's get you a fucking client. All right? So there are literally hundreds of clients out there waiting for you to contact them. Guys, seriously, think about it. Seriously, think about it. I saw like a creative live and the guy did a whole breakdown if you focus on weddings, he did a whole breakdown of how many couples get married, like per region. And then he broke it down by how many photographers were, and if every single photographer got all those clients, whatever, every photographer would still have 50 wedding clients. So there are literally still hundreds of clients out there waiting for you to show up in their Facebook feed, waiting for you to show up in front of them, waiting for you to contact them, all right? But you have to get out of your own way and literally get over yourself. Like, just get over yourself and just go do it, all right? Now, following my strategies, you will not want to do. I can guarantee you that. But I refuse to let you to keep playing small with yourself and to keep playing small with your business. I'm calling bullshit on you and your business. Right now, it's time to step up. And if you do step up, it's been proven you can make $1,000, okay? All right, so who's ready to step up? Type yes in the comments right now. And then we'll get right into it, but I'm gonna check all your comments and see how crazy you guys think I am. Whew. I have to take a sip of water. You guys can't even find a Facebook post. I can talk for 6 minutes. Okay. Okay. Emily said, holy shit, I want $1,000. She really wants it. Good. She's here. She wants it. Let's do it. Here we go. I'm going to give you guys a PDF called 20 Ways to Find a New Client Today. And they're all ballsy ways. And there's one and 3 bonus ways on it. Here's just some ways from that PDF. Message a friend of a friend who just got engaged on Facebook. Say congrats. Or whoever, if she's like, if you do newborn photography, your friend of a friend just got a baby, great, cool. Hey, message her. Hey, I saw you had a baby. Congrats. I saw you got engaged. Congratulations. If you need any help at all, I'm a newborn photographer. I'm a wedding photographer. I work in the wedding world. So any help you need, I'm here. I'm your girl. Just hello, right? Just simple as that. Schedule a coffee date with a new referral connection, a wedding planner, a photographer, someone who is connected within your area that will refer you people to work with. Comment on an Instagram account of a venue or somewhere you want to work or someone you want to work with. Show up in front of that person over and over and over again until they know who you are, until they start making connections of who you are, okay? Contact this venue if you want to work at a venue. Tell them you want to write up a blog post about them and would love to take shots of their venue, maybe even headshots, because you really want to get in with this venue and see what they say. Reach out to previous clients, offer them some upgrade if they refer someone and they book. Maybe you could give them a mini session. You could plan a special event for them. You could send them flowers for their birthday. You could send them a calligraphied thing with their baby's name or whatever it is. Be a guest on a blog post. Stalk some brides on Instagram. Follow them. Get really creepy. See what types of brides they are, see where they want to get married, do all that stuff that's getting really creepy. Write an SEO-infused blog post about venues or vendors you want to work with. Email them, tag them, say, hey, I wrote this cool blog post about you. I'm sharing it with my platform of 500 Instagram followers. If you want to connect, if you want to blah, 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 share the shit out of it. Really do this one. And if you do this one, you must do an uncomfortable one. There are more on the PDF, okay? The point here is that these things are uncomfortable, but business is not meant to be easy. If it was, everyone would have a business. No one would have a 9 to 5, okay? I think we're all starting to get that, but I am dead serious, and I am an example of what happens when you put your pride aside, when you get over your money mindset, when you get over your mindset blocks, and you just say, oh my God, I just came to a revelation. Getting in awesome shape and running a successful business is actually hard work that I actually have to show up and do consistently. Oh my God, like who knew that, right? Okay, and here's the thing. You guys don't just have to follow those things that I said too. I bet your wheels are starting to turn and you're starting to say, oh my God, hey, this girl reached out to me and then she never got back to me about it, so I should probably reach out to her again. Or maybe I should tag some of my friends on Facebook that didn't do any of their family sessions and say, hey, I'm still booking for family sessions. Tag, 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 tag if you're interested. Here's where you can book me, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's just getting super incredibly ballsy and putting yourself out there and saying, I need for this thing to succeed. I want to make $1,000 in 24 hours. I can seriously do it if I just put my brain to it and get over myself. Okay? All right? Okay. That is Hustle Flow. It goes as fast as I can talk. All right. But how are you going to hustle today? Which item are you thinking about doing? It could be an item from the PDF. could be an item I talked about, could be an item that just kind of light bulbed in your head as I'm rambling through those things. And if you guys say you're going to write a blog post with SEO, I will seriously punch you in the face if you don't do another task that is also putting yourself out there in front of people, all right? And if you need a client this season, get your hustle on. So who here, what are you going to do? How are you going to show up? What's one way you're going to make $1,000 in 24 hours? Okay, I'm going to check your comments. I need to take a sip of water. That went so fast. We only have 15 more minutes, and I'm going to get through this. All right. Can't see anything yet. We're almost there, guys. Oh, wow. Where did it? All right. Waiting for your comments. How are you going to hustle today? How are you going to get a client today? What's a super ballsy thing you're going to do? You could come up with a whole list of people that like recently got married, had babies, worked to corporate, whatever, need headshots, and just message all of them on Facebook or tag them or put up a post of a picture and say, hey, I'm looking to book 3 people for this session at this thing. And do something like that. Super simple, super easy, but also super scary. All right. I think I'm going to move on to the next slide. We're almost done here. Q&A will be at the end. Hang on to your butts. We're almost there. Okay. All right, Emily, yay. Emily got one. Call 5 potential clients and pitch myself. Yes, even the part where they actually gave me real money. Love it, Emily. Love it, Emily. Love it, Emily. You're going to make $1,000. Okay, now let's talk about why you're not making any money. Okay, who here wants to make 6 figures? Who here wants to make 6 figures? If you don't want to make 6 figures, you just want to make $50,000, who here wants to make $50,000? Who here wants to make $85,000? All right, answer that question for me. And then tell me who here watches TV while they're working, posts inconsistently, lurks in Facebook groups and never comments, and half-asses a lot of things in their life. I think you guys know where I'm going with this. But let's just think about that. I want you to just contradict yourself, like in the comments, and tell me how much you contradict yourself, and make it really clear to yourself how much you actually contradict yourself. All right. Okay. I already know Christine's. Christine, I think you can add another one actually to your hustle flow. I mean, hustle flow is like 24 hours, you know. Let's do this. All right. Yep. Yeah. So Jen does. Yeah, Jen. You see how silly it looks? Do you guys see how incredibly silly it looks? You can't be a 6-figure entrepreneur with a part-time work habit. Like, you can't. You think like the millionaires and the billionaires and the 6 figures, like, call it in, half-ass it in, they're not putting in the work at the beginning of their business. Anybody I have ever looked at and admired and are making a lot of money, they are showing up, or they showed up long before and now they have a team of people that show up for them. But I mean, in some way, they were putting themselves out there day in and day out. All right. So self-discipline, work ethic, and giving up that this should be easy is the #1 way that you can become successful. But getting these things mastered is where a lot of us lose it, is where a lot of us just kind of fail at this part. All right. Well, this is my client, Lindsay. She's a photographer. Me and her worked together for 3 months. First, it might have been, well, we worked together for 6 weeks. So she might have made this amount of money in 6 weeks, but then she continued to work with me. So I averaged, I said about probably actually 2 months she made this amount of money. She made $22,631 in, I'd probably say it's actually 2 months, that's a typo, in 2 months since working with me. From coaching with me, she put herself out there, right? Like a hustle flow kind of thing. She contacts clients when she would have normally given up, and she actually really feels confident. So I've created a new program, and it's called 6 Weeks to Unleash Your Inner Marketing Badass and become a money monster. So it's a 6-week intimate live boot camp all about money and marketing consistently, guys. Consistently. So imagine 6 weeks getting rid of all those money blocks you have, up leveling to the hustle version of you know you should be, getting a really strong work ethic, finally getting over that block of why you can't be consistent in your business, making bank, right? And creating a marketing strategy that leaves you saying, oh my God, I'm going to vomit, because it's that good. That is what the 6-week boot camp is. I'm opening doors for it today. Again, you can't be a 6-figure entrepreneur with a part-time work habit. I will tell you guys my personal story of coming to this realization that business will not be easy, and that weight loss in my fitness journey wasn't going to be easy. So way back in my business a couple months ago, I was grabbing a lot of shiny things. I was consuming a lot of stuff and grabbing a lot of Facebook ads, PDFs, free webinars, all that stuff. And every single time I'd come to the bottom of it and say, oh, I thought it was going to be easier than this. Like, I thought when I got to the bottom of this PDF or this webinar, she was going to tell me some magic trick and magic post I could write that would make me 10 grand or whatever. And it never happened. What would always happen, I'd come to the bottom of these freebie things that I was grabbing from Facebook ads, and I would realize, oh my God, she's saying the same thing all the rest of them are saying. Do the mindset work and then market consistently, and that's how you become a 6-figure entrepreneur. And I was like, oh my God, I just wish there was some magic bullet. And I did that also with weight loss too. I thought weight loss should have been easier. And I thought there was maybe some magic bullet or some magic recipe to it. And when it came to my fitness journey one day, I realized, holy shit, it's just a lot of work. It's just actually putting in the work, like getting my mind right and putting in the work and up leveling to the version of myself I know I can be. So it's not about this boot camp is not about the next cool marketing strategy, the fancy hashtags you need. It's just none of that stuff, because that shit will always come and go, and there's always new marketing strategies. It's about changing who you are in order to become the person that you need to be, because you need to be a different person to be successful in business. It's not, you don't need this fancy thing or this fancy thing. As long as you change within here and you change what's in here, then you will hit your goals. But most of us don't know how to be consistent. Most of us don't know what work, self-discipline, and work ethic really looks like. And we also just don't know how to market ourselves consistently. We don't know why we can't show up consistently, right? So this is what this boot camp is all about. Okay, we change your work habits, change your self-discipline, and then that's what gets you to making bank like Laura did, like Lindsay did. Lindsay made $22,000 with me in 2 months. Laura made $25,000 with me in 3 months. And what it was all about changing in here. So the 6 weeks to unleash your inner marketing badass and become a money monster starts July 6th. The doors will close on June 30th. And right now until Sunday night, there is an early bird bonus of a 60-minute intimate money intensive. I go through 30 questions all about money, money, money with you, all right? And you also save $200 if you sign up before Monday morning. The boot camp is $797. There is a payment plan available too, 3 monthly payments of $280, and it's going to be amazing. It's going to be so kick-ass. I will put the link to the page in this Facebook group. So guys, does anybody have any questions? Do I have a question slide? Nope. All right, does anybody have any questions for me? I'm only taking quick couple questions because we're gonna do it entirely separate. I'm gonna do an entirely separate live Q&A. All right, who has questions for me? Who has questions about hustle flow? Who's given some questions about the boot camp? Who here has questions? Anybody? No? I'm not seeing any questions yet. So I'm gonna give it probably another minute and then I'm gonna get off. You're welcome, Jen. Okay, still don't see anything. It has been so much fun coming on with you guys. If you guys are not in my other Facebook group, Creative Growthers, there right now is a 10-day challenge. I don't have the Overcoming Under Earning challenge anymore. We are now working on Broke to Booked Out, a 10-day challenge going from getting really solid around money, feeling good around money, and then getting into a marketing, hustle flow, visibility kind of strategy. So come on over there. If anybody else has any more quick questions, I can't wait to chat with you guys more. Okay, so Emily's done. Okay, bye Emily. Thanks so much for coming. All right, everyone, so it looks like we're done. Thank you so much for coming on, for taking your time to be with me. I've had an awesome time sharing all this information with you guys. I want to see who will book a client in 24 hours. That'll be awesome. All right, everyone. See you later. Bye.